This is turning out to be my first really successful month as an artist. Hi, I'm AudreyGale and I do art. Today I'm going to be talking about what I've been up to this month, and particularly the last couple of art markets that I've done that have been really successful for me. There's a couple of events in Nashville that I look forward to going to every year. I used to be excited to go to them as a customer, and now I get the opportunity to be a vendor at these events, which is always so cool to me. Before I started doing this full time, I would live to go to an art show or an art market on the weekends. And I still do that as a customer, but just not as often because usually I'm in the actual market. April was really packed full of good markets in Nashville for me. There's a couple that I look forward to every year. First being Crafty Bastards. Crafty Bastards is sponsored by the Nashville Scene. The Nashville Scene is kind of like Nashville newsletter to tell you what's going on in the community, things to do. They've had this event for years. I have been doing this for about 2.5 years now. I think this is the 4th or 5th one that I've done. It's usually twice a year. And every time I go, it's really solid. I feel like every time I go, they have great vendors. They always have like some of the best quality goods. They always turn a good crowd. And I just feel like it's my people that are attending these things. Like these people just appreciate and understand what I'm doing. They understand the other vendors there. So that always leads to a good market. So Crafty Bastards was Saturday and Sunday in the middle of April, and it was outdoors, but it was gorgeous weather all weekend, except Sunday did get a bit windy. This is a prime example of why you have to get 40-pound tent weights. There were tents flying about. If they were not weighted appropriately, your tent will up and leave you if you don't do it right. So it definitely wasn't windy enough to like close down the whole event. They have done that in the past just for everyone's safety, which I completely understand. This time it was windy, but it wasn't that bad. So the art market gods really helped us out that weekend with such great weather. Wasn't too hot. And I walked away with my biggest weekend ever from this event. It seems like every time I go, I seem to be making more and more money from the event. And people remember me from previous events. They remember me from the previous Crafty Bastards of years prior. And they come and they get more stuff, or they bring their friends, or they just tell me, hey, I saw you last year and this is what I got. But I think part of the reason that I am doing better at this market year after year is because I have completely upgraded the booth and I continue to add more art, more merchandise, stickers, things that people get excited about. I want to say since January alone, I think I've added 6 or 7 new art pieces to the table. So people might have seen me during the holidays, and now they're kind of getting a new experience when they come see me in April, which is what you want. That's also what market directors want. They want you because they know that you are going to bring great stuff to the table, but you can't, in the same vein, you can't like just bring the same stuff every year. You got to be mixing it up a little bit. A lot of times these art market directors will say, you need to have a 25% booth change year after year, which I think is pretty fair and doable, especially as an artist. So on Saturday, I made $784, and on Sunday, even though it was windy, made $530, totaling to $1,314 for the weekend. Obviously, not all of that is profit. I spent about $25 on the application fee and about $300 for the booth fee, which brings my total to $989. That's not too bad for a weekend show in your town. If I had to go out of town for this show, I don't know that it would be a success for me because obviously I would have to pay for more expenses like gas and hotel. But since I'm about 30 minutes away, this is a really solid weekend Nashville market for me that I will continue to do and that I continue to love. Now, here comes the big one. So if you're not familiar, Markets for Makers is one of the best market companies, I would say, in the US for people like myself. It's not just artists there, similar to Crafty Bastards. You've got, of course, painters and jewelry makers and ceramicists and other types of artists there, but you've also got like people who make soap, people who have their own boutique clothing. You have people who like hand sew their own dog bandanas. Some of it's handmade, some of it's cooked, some of it's like cool hot sauce, stuff like that. Market for Makers is really known for their stellar advertising and marketing, and they really know how to draw a crowd in. They go to a bunch of different places all over the U.S., Nashville, obviously, Miami, Dallas, Austin, Boston, New York, LA, I think, a lot of places, just to name a few. I've always been told that Market for Makers is a great place to vend as an artist. I've had friends do it in the past, and they've told me, like, this is one of the best markets I've ever done money-wise. It's the most money I've ever made at a market. I have friends that go back year after year. I have friends that travel specifically because Market for Makers is going to be in Chicago or something like that, and they know that Market for Makers advertises the hell out of their events, and they will get people there, and that honestly is like the most important thing. I think if you have excellent advertising and marketing combined with genuinely great vendors, it's going to be a success. It's going to be a really solid market. I've been to this market as a customer before, and I was kind of blown away. I was like, okay, this is probably the best market I've ever been to. Definitely in the Nashville area. I would say of all the markets in the Nashville area, it's definitely like top 3. They really delivered on their promise. Saturday was the busiest market day I've ever had. It was 10 to 5 on Saturday. The first hour is set aside for VIPs. It was pretty slow, but I mean, they only have so many VIP tickets that they sell. So I was getting a little worried. And then 11, 12, 1 o'clock, it was booming. And there was a ton of people walking by. The foot traffic was unmatched. And it just so happens that this event really caters to my demographic. They have their demographics on the website, so I really encourage you to check that out if you're interested. They heavily cater to the female audience, particularly 20s to 40s, I would say. And that's really my sweet spot. And on Saturday, I made $1,655. I could have cried. It was the craziest. I mean, I think I made my booth fee back in like 2.5 hours. And keep in mind, the first hour was like pretty slow. So, I mean, I've never done anything like that before. That's the most money I've made in one day by just a little bit. I did have a Christmas market that did pretty close, but I was just really blown away, and I was just kind of like, okay, maybe this art thing can work. Maybe me doing art markets, around the Southeast and the Midwest can really work as my main stream of income. Sunday was definitely slower. I don't really know why. The weather was good. It was actually better on Sunday than it was Saturday weather-wise. This was an indoor event, so that is always better in my opinion. But even though Sunday was kind of slower, I was still really happy with the sales. I made $744 that day. And I was talking to some people, they did even better on Sunday than Saturday. So, everyone's different. So that brings my total sales to $2,429 for that weekend. This is my second best market I've ever done. The first being a Christmas one. Obviously, you're going to make more money around Christmas. So let's talk about the booth fee and everything. So Market for Makers does have a pretty high booth fee. I've paid this before, and it has paid off for me, and it obviously did the same this time. So the booth fee with tax was about $727. My application fee was $52. So that brings my total profit for the weekend to $1,650. I have found that most of the time, like a $400 to $700 plus market fee ends up being worth it. They're charging you that for a reason most of the time. Now, there are definitely people who are scammers and they don't deliver on their promises, and you pay them $500 and you have a flop market. They are out there for sure. But most of the time, when I pay that sort of money for a market, it is well worth my investment. Another thing that I love about Market for Makers is that this was the easiest load in, load out of my entire life, of my entire career. Every time I load in and load out my stuff for an art market, I'm questioning, all of my life choices. I'm wondering, what am I doing? Like, it's crazy how negative I get in that short amount of time. It's something that I haven't experienced since I worked in healthcare. But something about this, I don't know, we just pulled up right to the curb, dropped it off. I went and parked. I easily lugged it into the indoor venue. That was a huge plus. And for whatever reason, it was just a lot more manageable, which honestly, I would pay extra just to have an easier load in, load out. So in total, over the 2 weekends, my gross profit is $3,743. This is an insane number to me. This is a number that I could have never dreamed of. Now, there are people that obviously don't make this much money over a 2-weekend craft show. There are people that make a lot more money than me doing this, and they are out there and they've been doing this longer than me. And maybe they're going to more markets or better markets, or maybe they're in a more affluent area. I know some friends that I was talking to that definitely made more money than me. It's all relative. It just kind of depends on what you have and what your price points are, that sort of thing. But for me to make $3,700 over essentially 4 days, I mean, yes, there's prep that goes into it, but I'm enjoying myself the whole time. I enjoy prep. I enjoy painting the things. I enjoy packaging the things. I enjoy things like ordering stickers and like making t-shirts and making totes. And I enjoy being at the markets and talking to the people. The only part of markets that I don't like is the load in, load out. So to make $3,700 and enjoy like almost every aspect of the job is kind of an unheard of thing for me. I didn't think that that was possible. I thought most people hated their jobs. I do think a lot of people hate their jobs. So the fact that I can do that in a weekend, it really blows my mind. I mean, let me tell you how much this month really means to me. Those 2 good markets, let me tell you how much that means to me, because I just didn't think this would ever be possible. We're in April. I've done 2 good markets. One of them was good. One of them was great, I would say. I also have 2 events this weekend where I'm doing custom painted tote bags, and I expect a lot of people to show up for that. I expect to have, what's comparable to another market weekend just from tote bag sales. And obviously, like, I'm going to do some of them there and I'm going to do some of them at home. So it's not like, go there, be done with it and come home. There's going to be some work to do at home. But this is like very comparable to what I used to make as a registered nurse and almost what I used to make as a nurse practitioner. I just really thought that making this sort of money as an artist was kind of a pipe dream. And this is definitely the most money I have made since leaving my job in late June of 2025. So that's about 10 months ago. I've made a lot of investment. I have taken a lot of risks. I feel like it's now finally starting to pay off. I'm now starting to see the fruits of my labor. And I think, this could be very telling for how the rest of my year goes. I mean, I've pretty much got markets from now until Christmas, 2 or 3 per month. On top of that, I do the Paint Your Pet parties, and I do the occasional tote bag event, tiny pet portrait events, that sort of thing. So I think between these few revenue streams, I mean, this could really be a viable full-time income for me. Never thought that was going to be possible. I thought, I could definitely do it part-time. And I think, if anything, this has solidified that I can do this part-time forever and never have to take another regular full-time job again. I think we have proven that. I'd love to just do this, though. That's not to say that I won't ever take a part-time job in some other field. Just to kind of supplement my artist income and supplement like the slower months like Q1. But yeah, this is all this to say, this is kind of a dream come true. So I'm so excited that I'm finally starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you're into this sort of thing, I post videos all the time about art markets, art tutorials, and art business. So if you're into that sort of thing, please subscribe. And thanks for watching. Bye.